This is the future.
Before we begin this video, I would like to remind you that I am giving away the highest tier of Gauss Prime access in my Discord server. This is open to all platforms, and to join, simply join our Discord server and enter the giveaway through the announcement and giveaway channel. Good luck to all of you who have joined, and now let's dive deep into the topics. So I just want to give you some friendly advice on the current Gauss Prime access right now, and to make it short, I just want to say that you shouldn't min-max your Acarius and Exceltra Prime build right now. Min-maxing builds means burning a lot of forma in the weapons to achieve the highest possible value that you can get from both Acarius Prime and Excelra Prime. Why am I suggesting this, you ask? Well, don't get me wrong. Both Prime variants of the weapons are upgrades to their vanilla versions. However, if you try to put more forma into the build, expecting that it will perform like the meta WARFRAME weapons when it comes to killing speed, then I can guarantee you that you will be disappointed. The Exceltra Prime has a higher critical chance, critical damage multiplier, fire rate, total damage, and status chance values compared to its vanilla version. But aside from the cool aesthetic of the Prime variant, it still did not solve the biggest problem of the weapon, which is ammunition economy. Exceltra Prime will burn a lot of ammunition before it can kill level 200 plus enemies in steel path levels, so it would be a waste if you min-max your build with 90% elemental damage to further increase the damage of the gun. Even if the Prime variant has an 18% status chance now, you can't still push the stat to more than 100%. And the worst part is, galvanized aptitude doesn't work with the Exceltra Prime. You may see that it procs, but the buff is clunky with the weapon and doesn't work with the area of effect mechanic of the gun. This is one of those weapons also that I'm afraid modding for lots of fire rate, since it will deplete the ammunition fast. The best in slot here is probably Hunter munition, and Exceltra Prime becomes serviceable in steel path levels that don't reach level 200 with this mod setup. Instead of modding for 90% elemental mod, I decided to go with the dual status chance mod to form viral and then add heat. This build can shred steel path levels, but again, don't expect it to be good starting from level 170 up to level 200 enemies. Also, viral and heat don't work well against all factions in the game, and even slash doesn't bypass shield now, so you would need to mod for toxin and pair it with other elements such as radiation or magnetic to destroy corpus factions. Another bothersome thing is, if you want to increase the ammo economy of the gun, you will need to reforma the Exilus mod slot of Exceltra Prime to fit in the primed variant of ammo mutation. Instead of adding more forma, I just use my carrier sentinel for its ammo case precept that converts every ammo pickup to rifle ammunition for my Exceltra Prime. This goes the same with Acarius Prime, and in my opinion, the new Prime secondary weapon is worst even if pistols have better Prime mods compared to primary. The stats of Acarius Prime also see a big improvement compared to its vanilla version, but again, the ammo economy of the pistol is really poor that you end up consuming all your ammunition before killing steel path enemies with high armor values or those special units that have overguard. Honestly, my Acarius Prime build right now looks stupid, but let me explain why I chose to have these mods. First of all, Hemorrhage mod is just a personal preference, and the slash damage doesn't provide a big leap to the kill speed of the pistol. You can place Hornet Strike in this slot if you don't have Cascadia Flare just yet. If you do have the Arcane though, then it's best that you put a faction damage mod in this slot. Again, I choose to have viral and heat for this pistol, and I don't have galvanized status mod since it doesn't work with the nuke mechanic of Acarius Prime. I also added my carrier Prime to take care of the ammo economy problem, and lastly, this is best paired with abilities that can strip the defenses of enemies. Pillage build will be super fun with the Acarius Prime, but when you don't have it, then expect that it will underperform against level 150 and above enemies. Now, let me give you some build examples on Warframe and weapon combos, which will make these two weapons super fun to use in steel path levels. First is the Hildrim Pillage build. With Pillage that can fully strip the armor and shield of enemies with 2 casts while using this build, you can enjoy some insane kill speed using both Exceltra Prime and Acarius Prime. However, it may require a bit of tuning for the Exceltra Prime build if you want to increase its fire rate. Probably you will end up replacing Hammer Shot with a fire rate mod. In the case of the Acarius Prime, there will be no changes, as all you need to do is strip the defenses of enemies, then just shoot the Acarius Prime with this build. Do take note that Pillage is also a subsumed ability, and you can use it with other Warframes. In addition, there are other armor and shield stripping abilities in the game, such as the Caustic Strike and Magnetic Flare respectively from the Unaru Focus. It would pair well with a Nautilus setup that can group enemies with its cordon precept. Then you can strip their defenses with the Unairu focus, but this would only work in steel path endurance though, and some players don't like the idea of doing too many steps just to make a warframe and weapon combo work. On the other side, both Acarius Prime and ACCELTRA Prime are great when wielded by Gauss Prime. Do take note that the ACCELTRA is Gauss's signature automatic micro missile launcher, and it reloads faster while sprinting. When wielded by Gauss, the sprint reload boost is doubled. Meanwhile, Acarius is the signature pistol also of the Warframe, and its reload speed while sprinting is also increased while wielded by Gauss. However, this is not the only reason why both of these Prime weapons are great to use with the new Prime Warframe. Remember also that Gauss Prime has a mechanic wherein you can strip the armor of enemies. When your battery level is above red line, casting cold, then heat will combine to inflict blast damage. This blast proc permanently strips away the enemy's current amount of armor based off of battery power level up to a maximum of 100% with a full battery charge before inflicting its damage. While it's not a total armor strip like Pillage, but it would certainly do its job to make the new Prime weapons good against armored enemies. Like I have said earlier, I am not saying that the new Prime weapons are bad. All I'm suggesting is that you don't have to waste tons of forma on these weapons just to bring the best out of them through proper modding. Since both Prime weapons can't take advantage of the galvanized status mode, then it would be good to do a full elemental build on it, but it would be a waste since the damage increase won't be that noticeable, and certain combos can bring the goodness of both guns without spending too much forma on them. This is the truth that I want to show you, and in my case, I have only spent one forma in my Acarius Prime and then forma in my ACCELTRA Prime twice. After that, I just used Carrier Prime to take care of the ammo economy issue, and then pair it with defense stripping combos to enjoy both weapons. In normal star chart though, and for those players who are just progressing through the start chart levels of the game, then both ACCELTRA Prime and Acarius Prime can obliterate most of the enemies you encounter during these levels. So it's wise to farm them now while they're hot and use them as progression weapons, but like I have said, investing too much forma on the weapons won't do you any good, as there are other progression weapons also in the game that you can take to steel path levels. I know that there will be those players who will say that both Acarius Prime and ACCELTRA Prime are trash weapons, as when builds need armor and shield stripping to make them good, then they are just mastery rank fodder weapons. Well, I got a suggestion for you that's watching this video, and that is to stop listening to this fools. Saying something stupid is like saying something like you don't need to strip the armor of enemies in level cap to kill them faster. Of course, there are meta weapons in the game, but this doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the new things while using specific combos that are made available for players to use in the game. It would be a complete waste not to implement defense strip when it's available and just surrender to the low kill speed that you're getting from both Prime weapons against steel path and beyond enemies. Even in my videos, I always suggest that you don't use it as a Bible, but just a guide. Get all the information that you need so you can play Warframe at your own pace and with your own play style. So that's all about it. I hope I am not too late with this tip, and I hope that you did not spend too much forma on these new Prime weapons. Don't forget to join the Gauss Prime giveaway, and good luck to all of you. Before you go, I would like to ask you that if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, then please do so by simply hitting that big red subscribe button below and allowing all notifications. Most of my viewers right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, so it would be the best time to be part of the Grind Squad. This will not only help the channel grow, but will also keep you updated to our latest posts and giveaways. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future.